Back to Crosstalk with Austin. Today, I want to talk about something that can genuinely change your life. It's called stepping boldly. Not reckless, not loud, just stepping boldly. It doesn't have to be flashy. All you gotta do is know when to do it and do it well. But stepping out in courage and faith to do what God is calling you to do, even when it's uncomfortable. That's stepping boldly. You know, recently God pushed me outside of my comfort zone. I realized lately that not a lot of my friends are Christian, and not a lot of my friends don't know God. And I decided to share with them my story. I didn't pressure them. I didn't put a full on sermon on for them. I just I just asked them what their faith was, what they believed in, and I just shared them my story. And it actually helped. Some of them listened, some of them didn't care, but it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is I chose the step to step boldly, and I want you guys to do that too. The only thing that was stopping me from going up to them before was, what if they laughed? What if they thought I was weird for being Christian? What if they thought I was weird for trying to come up to them and convince them to be Christian? What if I said the wrong thing? And what if me saying this would ruin our friendship? But then I remembered faith was never meant to stay hidden. And that's when I decided to take my step. And just doing that has made me want to do that to more people. So after that, I didn't just go up to my friend. I went to multiple tables at lunch trying to like do the same thing, trying to ask what their faith is and sharing my story. And again, it helped for some people, but for other people, it didn't help. They weren't listening. But you should never pressure anyone. Okay? Yes, we have to obey God. We have to stand by God. I believe in God, but we don't have to pressure anyone else to believe in God. And I didn't want to sound perfect by going up to them and I didn't want to say it like I knew everything, but it wasn't dramatic, but it mattered. So, and I'm proud of myself for doing that, and I sure hope that you guys can do the same thing. But that's when I learned something after I did that. Stepping boldly, it isn't fearless. It's acting when you're afraid. You don't need all the answers to share your faith. You just need obedience. When you share your story, you plant seeds in others. You don't just convince them right away, but you plant seeds. And after a bunch of people coming in watering on them, their faith grows. You show people that God is real and active in everyday life when you do that, and that helps so much. So here's my challenge for you. Think about someone in your life who doesn't know Jesus yet and doesn't believe in Jesus. And I want you guys to pray for courage before you do this. And after you pray for courage, take one small step, a conversation, a kind word, or simply being honest about your faith. God does not expect perfection. Never. He expects willingness. And when you step boldly, He meets you there. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me with Crosstalk with Austin. And just remember, as we close this out, boldness isn't about being loud. It's about stepping out in faith, speaking truth with love, and trusting God to do the rest.